We all know the term so bad it's good, right? It means that whatever it is you're watching is so poorly made that you get enjoyment out of it. Things like The Room or Plan 9 from Outer Space, or even...
Uh-oh, I made a video about cats.
Let's dance!
Arithmetical cats, allegorical cats, metaphorical cats,
Political cats,
hypocritical cats, clerical.
Okay, so obviously, Cats is on my mind. Guilty. It has been since I saw it a week after release.
Yes, the movie is that mind-blowingly insane. I wanted to say bad there.
It, by all accounts, is a movie that doesn't work.
And yet, it does.
It's just so beautiful in its badness. It's honestly one of the best experiences I've had in a theater in years.
Yet, in no way would I ever say it's good. I mean, that's quite obvious.
Now, I want to be upfront and say I don't want to disrespect anyone who worked on this. Movies are hard work.
I don't think any of this was lazy or made without passion. I think people actually put their heart into this movie.
I fully believe everyone who worked on it thought they were making something special. But the thing is,
Cats is nonsense.
I won't pretend to know whether or not nonsense was the point. It probably wasn't. I mean, but then again, I've heard that it's supposed to be campy. It's meant to be silly. Because hey, the cats are being humanized for us. But considering the songs, the plot, and even the name of the tribe of cats being Jellicle,
You're a Jellicle cat, Jellicle songs for Jellicle cats, Jellicle songs.
apparently a corruption of the words dear and little, it's a nonsense movie that even with the best work being put in, was always going to be too silly for audiences. How the play has remained successful is beyond me. I just know I'm not talking about that. Nor do I have any interest in watching the play, which is odd, I know. I mean, you'd figure since I've loved the movie, I'd love the play, but nah, I'm good.
Good evening, all.
Oh no, look what the cat dragged in.
But like, what the is it about?
Are you blind when you're born?
Yes. The first major barrier I find in pitching cats to anyone is the second we delve into the story. I remember reading a synopsis of the play a little before that now infamous trailer, and I walked away knowing nothing. All I had were questions for what I even read.
And I can assure you, the movie does not make it any easier than the play.
Despite changing elements of the story to fit a film narrative. So, let's get that summary out of the way. I'm gonna try my best here. The easiest thing is that it's a musical starring cats who look like people because that's what the play did. But they are supposed to be normal cats.
Jellicle cats.
The film proper begins with a cat named Victoria being abandoned. There she meets the Jellicle cats, who explain that all cats have 3 names. This doesn't get a real resolution, so who cares? She also learns of the Jellicle Ball, wherein one cat is chosen to go up to the Heaviside lair to be reborn as whatever they decide. They die. That's all it is. They die. These cats want to die. They don't even know if their beliefs are real or not. They just want to die. Moving along. So, the cat that acts as the narrator, Monkish Trap,
Yeah, those are the names we're working with, so deal with it.
decides to show Victoria an example of someone competing to be the Jellicle choice.
Pretty much the guy who wins being the suicidal cat, whatever.
Here comes Jenny Anydots, the Gumby cat, who trains mice and cockroaches to sing and dance. Say bye to your sanity. We're then introduced to
Curious cat.
who is just there to annoy people with his coolness, I guess? But oh look, it's Grisabella the glamour cat. Oh, the Jellicles demonize her for, I don't know, being with McCavity or something.
Oh, by the way, McCavity is a pimp cat played by Idris Elba.
He's our bad guy, just thought you should know that now. Anyway, she leaves and here's another contestant, Busterford Jones, the fat rich cat who eats and drinks.
Thanks, Tugger.
Meanwhile, McCavity makes Jenny Anydots disappear with a snap of his fingers,
Like Thanos.
and later makes Busterford Jones disappear in a trash can. Neat. Victoria gets picked up by a pair of troublemaking cats named Mungo Jerry and Rumple Teaser. They mess shit up. The film surprisingly restrains itself from showing us what a dog looks like here, and moving along. We get to the Jellicle Ball and
Oh, wait. I forgot to talk about this. McCavity is sending the other competitors to the Jellicle choice out to the docks to be guarded by a cat named Growl Tiger who is dangerous because McCavity wants to be the Jellicle choice. He sends them to the docks. Growl Tiger is there to protect them. It's kind of like a cat pirate. Give me a second. What's up?
Hello?
Yeah.
Hey, bud. Do me a favor.
Yeah.
I just saw this cute-ass nerdy black chick. She's just come out of a comic book shop with a fresh comic.
Interesting comment. Okay.
She don't know it yet, but she's wifey number 2. Anyway.
Just keep in mind that I'm kind of recording right now, so I'll keep that in mind.
My bad.
No, that's cool. That's cool.
My connection to the arts is music. I grew up singing in the church.
Singing, I was obsessed with dancing, but it started off with me in the kitchen, with my socks on, trying to do the moonwalk.
And I thought that was my history with cats.
When I first heard I was going to be in Cats, instantly I felt the pressure.
I just remember loving it. So when Cats became a movie, obviously I jumped at the chance.
At the centre of this incredibly entertaining, comedic, fantastical musical is a very timely story about the importance of inclusion and redemption.
Tomorrow I start to sing my big number. Ta-da! Show business.
A part of ballet and dancing is telling the story without words and having
We're coming together through all different corners of entertainment. Everybody's working really long hours, rehearsing every day, and it's fun.
Tom's pairing them with a kind of level of technology which I don't think has ever been used before.
We've used digital for technology.
These are people, but they're cats, and this is kind of blowing my mind.
This film is an event.
Meow.
Anyway, the Jellicle ball. Old Deuteronomy arrives and the cats are happy. They celebrate and dance while Grisabella secretly tries to join in. But she's kicked out. Before she leaves though, Victoria tries showing compassion while old Deuteronomy witnesses the act. Anyway, the contestants begin. First it's Gush,
short for asparagus.
the theater cat. He sings, gets captured by Macavity, leading into my boy Skimbleshanks, the railway cat, who sings the song that slaps the hardest.
And he's captured too.
I'm a cat that cannot be ignored.
So nothing goes wrong on the Northern Railway. Skimbleshanks.
So here comes Taylor Swift as Bombalurina to drug the audience with catnip while singing about Macavity, which feels like a cheat on his part, but he's a bad guy, so whatever. Obviously, old Deuteronomy
is like, fuck you, Macavity.
So she's kidnapped. Time for my other boy, the magical Mr. Mistopheles, to shine.
I'm quiet and small. I am black. From my ears to the tip of my tail.
He sings, brings back old Deuteronomy. Grisabella sings Memory. She's chosen to die.
You are the Jellicle choice.
The cats are off. Macavity loses his Thanos Snap ability. Victoria is a Jellicle now. And we learn
A cat is not a dog.
A cat is not a dog.
The f***ing N. Oh, hi.
like the title says, Cats is my trash. Sorry, it's true. It's a dumb, silly movie that will be the punchline to many, but to me, it's a wonderful experience that I'll never forget and long to experience again and again. After multiple rewatches for this video, and my pleasure if I'm honest, it's just, wow, what the hell even is this? The effects are obviously unfinished and messy. The performances are bizarre yet passionate.
I've got plenty of soul.
The story as described before is nonsense, and every rewatch nets me a new thing to laugh about, like Monkish Trap being super excited to hear Skimbleshanks. I would be too, to be honest. Or Jason Derulo's odd thing here during the Mr. Mistopheles song, or the opening featuring a cat face in the sky. Honestly, I didn't notice that the first time, so I laughed a few minutes after that. Had I seen it the first time, that would have been my first big laugh. No lie. Point is this, the movie is a mess. And I just can't agree with anyone who thinks this is boring. I get not liking it, sure, but boring? How? There's no way you can be bored seeing this. This is a PG-rated film featuring Rebel Wilson scratching her crotch.
Someone said, what the f*** in my theater?
Boring and Cats just can't connect. Because every scene is a musical number where either something ridiculous is happening, something is horrifying to look at, or both.
And you know what? I am living for that.
I just loved asking what compelled the filmmakers to make the choices they did. Why do some cats wear Jordans while others are nude?
A lot are plain nude.
Some wear fur coats, others wear suspenders, and you just have to wonder, if these cats are supposed to be normal, and we're just seeing them as people to relate to them, does that mean that if we saw these cats as they really are, would they be dressed the same? Are we gonna see a cat wearing sneakers run by?
Was there a cat wearing red suspenders with tap dancing shoes just dancing all around?
And do dead cat bodies ever fall out of the heaviside layer? I don't know. What I do know is that I had a hard time holding in my laughter throughout this.
And so did a lot of other people in my screening, so it's good.
Yeah, I loved it. Look, I didn't even expect to love this one. I, like many of you, was horrified by that trailer. I mean, I already enjoyed watching bad movies, but if any movie was gonna be bad, even on those standards, I thought it would be this one. And yet, upon finally watching it, I was caught by surprise by how much I was enjoying it. Again, not in the sense that I think the movie is good, but the experience was amazing and continues to be fun on rewatching the movie. Granted, upon rewatches, I'm starting to wonder if I genuinely like some of the songs, considering I occasionally start humming to the beat of Skimbleshanks the Railway Cat or The Magical Mr. Mistopheles, and...
Uh-oh. Maybe I do like this movie more than I thought. Wah, wah. Quick side note.
Okay, so this part I'll breeze through because I may want to revisit it as its own video, but upon the release of the trailer, it became somewhat popular to point out that a 2D animated adaptation of Cats was in the works back in the 90s. You can find concept art pretty easily online, and yes, it looks gorgeous and probably would have made for an easier film to digest. Would it have been better though? Yeah... You know, hindsight can only tell us so much. It definitely looks better, and I imagine it would have had more fans, but then you have to consider it would still have the same nonsense story that even the play had. Not to mention, there's no guarantee that the music would have still been fun. Still, I get why there's interest there. I can't deny that I wish we got that, but we got this movie, and honestly, it's pretty hard to forget this movie, so maybe things worked out for the best.
Cats. Fucking cats.
People didn't go out to see you, but many who have enjoyed you for your odd choices, or at the very least can go on for hours about the madness that you brought into this world. An exec at a movie studio looked at this movie and said, yeah, okay, and even thought this had Oscar potential. I mean, do you know how weird it is that studios even thought this was okay? It's not like Cats hasn't been a punchline, despite the play's success, for years. The plot was always kind of nonsense, even in its original form. And the effects... Look, I won't say Cats was the only bad effects-driven film in history. I mean, we almost had this Sonic Abomination, but surely some exec could have realized this wasn't gonna fly easily. I mean, the choices made in this movie are definitely some choices. And look, I've seen plenty of bad movies before. I hated Batman v Superman.
And I really hated Batman v Superman.
But I at least understood why they made the choices they did. Why they crammed so many characters into that piece of shit movie, whether it was a dumb choice or not. I got it. Cats is a mess of choices that execs would have said no to elsewhere. I'm guessing because the play was a hit that they allowed it, but this was too much. But yes, all that mess was fun to watch as one long train wreck, and I just can't help but smile every time I watch it. It's a dumb mess. I feel like it's the perfect storm of bad choices. I love it.
Meow? I gotta get out of this shit. I'm done.